What's up, everybody? G here, VP of Content, fitnessinformant.com. Here today for another no bullshit, 100% honest supplement review. Today we are looking at a fat burner from Cutler Nutrition. This is a good time to actually look into these as cutting season is right around the corner. And with quarantine going on, a lot of us are being sedentary at home, probably packing on some pounds. So once this all goes by, once this all passes, we'll all be needing to burn some fat, and we'll tell you why Sculpt may be a good product for you if you are in the market for a fat burner. So let's go, let's not waste your time. Let's get into the profile right now. Let's go into the ingredient profile. This starts us off with 500 milligrams of acetyl L-carnitine. This is probably my favorite form of carnitine, as it can cross the blood-brain barrier very well, and it's actually used as a nootropic, and you also get the benefits of carnitine. 2 pills gives you 500 milligrams. We like to see this around 750 milligrams to 1.5 grams. If you use 2 capsules twice per day, which you can do, you do get a gram, so it's not that bad. Very little to complain about here, or there is a complaint, however, it's not the end of the world. At least it's more than just a pixie dust or in a prop blend. So next up, we have caffeine anhydrous at 250 milligrams. I actually like this dose. The standard today is around 300 to 400 milligrams of caffeine per serving, as everybody's tolerance is up with caffeine, mine included. At 250, you're gonna get a solid dose or a solid boost in energy. And you know, caffeine is a very personal ingredient, as we say here. So you're gonna have to decide if 250 milligrams is too much for you or too little. Personally, I think it's almost perfect. I would be fine with 200 milligrams as well. So moving on, the next ingredient is Neuro Factor. This is from whole coffee fruit. This ingredient at 100 milligrams has been shown to aid in overall cognitive function. We do have a write-up on our website. I highly suggest going into that if you want some more detail on it. However, at 100 milligrams, it is at the clinical dose. Good ingredient here. Next up, we have the banana leaf at 75 milligrams. This is a source of cresolic acid. This is basically good for blood sugar levels. I think the dosage on this, you do need quite a bit of it to actually get an effective dose. So even at 2 servings per day, you probably need more. I like the ingredient addition, however, it's kind of low, and I believe it's also expensive, but don't quote me on that. Next up, we have 50 milligrams of grains of paradise. This is a source of 6-paradol. These have been shown in human studies to actually be potentially good for fat burning purposes. We like the usage of it. 50 milligrams is a solid dose as well. This is actually pretty standard for the industry at this point. So we usually like to see it at 40 to 50 milligrams, even more in some cases. There are some that use more and with good results. And it's actually good that's in a capsule, because if you use this in other like powdered fat burners, it does give it like a very spicy taste. It's very hard to flavor or to mask that flavor. And in fact, a lot of companies like play with it. Either way, 50 milligrams, good dose here. You take that twice per day, you're getting more than enough. Next up, we have 25 milligrams of L-theanine. This is a small dose, but even a small dose can be effective. This is going to help prevent a caffeine crash, prevent any jitters. Not much to say there. Moving on, either way, it's a good ingredient. We like it. Let's move on. So next up, we have cayenne pepper, fruit extract, 4-to-1 extract at 25 milligrams. Cayenne pepper is usually used for digestive purposes as well as heart health. It's used in a lot of thermogenics, or at least it used to be used more. It may increase your thermogenesis in your body. It does increase body temperature. If you've ever taken a cayenne pill on an empty stomach, you definitely feel it in your stomach. It burns. You definitely do sweat. There's not enough in here, in our opinion, to really elicit that effect, but that could also depend on your tolerance to cayenne pepper. Anyway, moving on, we have theobromine at 25 milligrams at a 99% extract. Theobromine is a xanthan similar to caffeine. It can give you energy, just not to the extent that caffeine does. However, I know there's a debate on caffeine whether it's vasoconstrictive or not. Theobromine has been shown to not be vasoconstrictive, so it's nice to see here. Overall, the profile is good. It's not the strongest on the market or the most well-dosed. However, we do like the ingredient selection in here, and it should be more than enough for the majority of you. So anyways, that's the profile. All right, so now we get into the effectiveness. The 3 things that we look for in a fat burner are the energy, the appetite suppression, which in my opinion is the most important, and the thermogenesis. So our user experienced a good, nice boost in energy. He called it smooth. It's not like, he also said there wasn't like a really kick in point as well. He said, essentially he just noticed like, oh wow, I'm more energetic today, as opposed to like having a huge rush of energy at once. And he also had no crash. Even on days where it only took 1 serving in the morning, he said he never really had like a crash, or he never really felt the energy go away. So the energy part is actually pretty good. It's not the strongest. It's not gonna like, you know, make you jump off the walls, but it is there. That's good. When you're dieting, you're on in a caloric deficit, you want some caffeine for some energy or other stimulants. So good job there. As for appetite suppression, it was there for about the first week, and then this happens with a lot of fat burners. The appetite suppression tends to go away. He said after about a week, which is on average with a lot, he built up the tolerance to that appetite suppression, and he, you know, went back to normal. But, you know, a lot of fat burning or being in a caloric deficit, you have to have some willpower. And as for thermogenesis, there wasn't a very strong thermo effect. There was a slight one, noticeable one, but that one you also do gain a tolerance to as well. Still, he did enjoy his experience. It did give him the energy. It did start off with some good appetite suppression and thermogenesis. And of course, at the end of the day, we do have to say fat loss really comes down to being in a caloric deficit. So the value on this is actually pretty good. One bottle is going to cost you $50. This gives you 60 servings. If you use 2 servings per day, which is what they recommend, it's going to run you about $1.20. $1.20 per day. We also have a coupon code. I believe it takes 11% off, so that should help bring it down. So that's a pretty solid investment in our eyes. It's not really a fat burner that's going to crack you out. It's not going to crush your appetite. It's there to provide smooth energy, some mild appetite suppression that's not going to make you feel sick, which some fat burners have done, to me at least in the past. So for the value, $1.20 per day, that's good. You could also stretch it out and take 1 serving per day. And so overall, we like this product. It's more of a smooth, balanced fat burner as opposed to a Stim Bomb or Yohimbine pill. No DMHA, which we like as well. It's more for the person that doesn't need a huge kick of energy to lose fat. They don't need a complete rush of energy to kill their appetite for the day to get past. It's more of a way to enhance everything, you know, like give you a nice boost in energy and focus, while also maybe increasing your thermogenesis slightly and keeping your appetite at bay as opposed to just killing it. The value is good. It's actually very fair, especially if you only use 1 pill per day or 1 serving per day. It's gonna do great for you. So hope you enjoyed this review, guys. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, check out the